What's up, y'all? I don't know. Every time I press the button to start, it's like there's this flow of excitement that just comes in. I just be so happy to see y'all. I hope y'all know that be hella genuine in the beginning. Like I really be feeling hella excited. But hello, y'all. I'm Mark. I will be your reader today, and hopefully many more days moving forward. If this is your first time here, welcome, and I'm excited for you because this is definitely a very magical space. Um, and yeah, I never know what to expect in here. I always come in ready to experience miracles and magic, but I always walk away still like, wow, like that was amazing. So welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back, family. You know how we do things here, and yeah, I'm excited for this week, and definitely keep letting me know how your weeks unfold, especially once you leave here. Do things pop up? Is your experience kind of in line with what we went over on the Monday, or what? I definitely would love your feedback just to know, how things are showing up for you. But with that being said, it's time. You know how we get started here if you've been here, and if you're new, you're in for a treat. We always get started with what I call our presence practice, um, which so far has been some breath work and then body scanning, which is very powerful just to ground into the present, anchor into your body, and yeah, just come fully into the present moment. And it's a great way to start, especially just the channel and to start receiving our messages and to just bring ourselves fully into the present moment, and all of our energy to bring it back to us and focus it onto what we're doing here. So yeah, with that being said, welcome, and let's get going with our breath work. For the breath work, we're going to do basic deep breaths, but we're going to make sure we're going to bring our inhales all the way to our belly, hold at the top, and then we're going to do a slow exhale as slow as you can. Making your exhales longer than your inhales promotes relaxation. Um, yeah, and it just helps you relax and melt away all the stress and everything that's on top of you right now, that's keeping you away from this present moment and keeping you away from just being able to fall into the flow of the universe. So yeah, we're gonna get going with our breath work. Start there. So we're gonna start and introduce a little flow into your body. Roll your neck, get a little shimmy, whatever feels good, just to get a little bit of flow, to invite flow into the space right now. And then when you're done, if you can, just close your eyes. And then, yeah, when you're done, you feel like you found a nice flow. Slow it down all the way till you stop. And yeah, find your center. And then from here, get going with our inhale. Exhale. Remember, as slow as you can on the exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Introduce a little bit of flow and movement back into your body again. And then next we're going to do our body scanning. For the body scanning, we're going to start at the top of our head. And we're just going to work our way down. I'm going to call out the different parts. And for example, if I call out your stomach, definitely, scan the parts inside too. So go ahead and what's in your stomach? Just your organs. You can check in with your intestines, check in with your liver, um, don't just like the top surface level, but go ahead and go within. So if I say, mouth, go ahead and check in with your teeth, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm gonna call them each out and then just work your way down. Don't think too much, just place your awareness there. And if you notice any tension or anything, just release the energy, with your breath and with your intention and your awareness. So yeah, don't question anything and don't get lost in it. Just place your awareness there. Okay, let's get going with the top of our head. Top of the head, forehead, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your ears, the back of your head, your mouth, your chin, next your neck, then your shoulders, then your arms, your back, your chest, your stomach, go down to your hips, your butt, your groin area, now your upper legs, like your quads and your hamstrings, then your knees, then your hands, then your lower legs, your shins and your calves, and then your feet, and then last but not least, your toes. And when you're done, go ahead and give them a little wiggle. And then reintroduce that flow back into your body. Get a nice sway going. Roll your neck from side to side a little bit. And whatever else just feels nice. Yeah, it feels good. And then before you open your eyes and come back to the present, just express gratitude. It doesn't have to be out loud, it can be in your mind. But really feel into it. So if you're gonna say thank you, like thank you, like it's like you received like the ultimate miracle. Really feel into it and send that vibration out to yourself and to the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, and then when you're ready, just open your eyes. Whew. Oh, it's nice. How do you guys typically feel after that? Because for me, it's like, it really feels like a return. Like I never open my eyes back and things look the same. Like the light's usually brighter, the colors are more vivid. Um, Things seem to be more calm too, and that's always interesting to me because it's like, it feels like the outer experience and my perception of things around me changes as I do. Because it never fails. Once I'm done with the presence practice, everything seems more calm, and which I feel like is just a mirror of the fact that I'm more calm, and that's dope. But yeah, I'm still kind of wiggle my toes a little bit, ground myself some more. But hell yeah, welcome y'all. Welcome to the Monday Magic. Really excited, y'all. I feel like just the momentum, I really feel it building up every week, every day, every present moment. And yeah, it just feels like so much is here for us and so much. Oh, I just reached my my follower goal here on Twitch. But yeah, I feel like the momentum is building up every week, like it never fails, every moment. And it just feels like any second now, like big things are just gonna unfold. And for a lot of us, things are just gonna change rapidly and like big quantum shift energies and just a lot. And I feel like words can never do it justice. But if you've been keeping up, you feel it. You feel the energy. Like the energy's been potent and very charged. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for us and what's going to continue to unfold for us. And I feel like we just have so many great things in store. But that being said, welcome to Monday Magic. Without further ado, let's get started. I am shuffling tarot, but I'm feeling called to start us off with my oracle. So, oh, okay. Wheel of Fortune. This sets the tone for what today is going to be. And I feel like that's in alignment with what I was just saying. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune is turning in all of our favors, you know? Like, it feels like, yeah, and I want to say soon or like any minute, but it really feels like right now. Like, it feels like right now, just anything is possible and everything is possible. And if there's something you've been waiting or trying to bring in for yourself, that now is the time. And it feels like, yeah, don't doubt that. Even if you don't see it, even if, you know, things may seem chaotic in your existence, in your reality right now, understand that things are unfolding for you and that what you know is very limited versus like the whole big picture of what's going on. So understand that, yeah, what you know isn't everything. So don't allow the limited nature of what you know to make you feel like things aren't unfolding on your behalf, or that things aren't coming in for you, because they really are. So yeah, I'm excited for the rest of this reading. This definitely just feels like what's the word? Like an appetizer. Like it's kind of just like here's what today is about to be, and the rest of the reading is gonna kind of continue to unfold on this. So I'm gonna try to remember to kind of continue to come back to the Wheel of Fortune and how that plays out as far as to whatever we're talking about at any given moment. So, hell yeah. Oh, my girl Lola's over there. If you've been tuned in, yeah, Lola's one of the male ladies in the community. And like a few weeks ago on one of the Monday Magics, like she saw me and came over and then let me know that, you know, she watches tarot readings on YouTube and things like that. And yeah, it was dope. I was just telling them you just pulled up. I got you. Yeah, she's about to head over and ask for her card of the day. It's been a couple weeks since we linked up and she was able to be here. But, so yeah, I'm excited. And see, it shows you today is full of magic, and that's what it feels like. So, but yeah, so she always gets her card of the day. It's just been dope. There's been magical encounters. Every time, like there's so much synchronicity and so much alignment, and I'm just grateful, honestly, because like that's what I'm here for, you know, to be in the right place at the right time, to create miracles in other people's lives, and yeah, and to just be a vessel for divine energy and miracles. So meeting her and like just the different things that have unfolded just in these readings with her is dope, and it just goes to show that proof of everything we talk about. It's just been a physical manifestation of a lot of the concepts and ideas that we discuss, and just how there is no coincidences and how things align and how poetic life is in the universe and everything. So yeah, I'm just kind of giving her time to come over here because I know, you know, I don't want to get lost in something and then the timing is weird. So but yeah, that being said, definitely keep me updated on what synchronicities show up for you all, and yeah, and how the magic looks for you guys, because I'm very curious to see how it looks versus how it looks for me, because I feel like for me it's so loud and like it's always something, And it's like I couldn't even make it up if I wanted to or try to, make myself seem crazy. So I wonder if it's so loud for you guys as well, or if it's different, if your magic unfolds differently for you all or what. But yeah, this is definitely a give and take. I definitely love to hear from y'all, so don't ever be shy. Hey.
Oh, you got your microphone today?
High key.
I know. Give me a hug. I haven't seen you forever.
In ages.
Oh, look at the crystal.
High key.
Oh, you want some more? I got some. I'm gonna bring them tomorrow.
You got crystals?
Yeah. Hey, y'all. Can I get my card of the day?
Of course. I'm trying to get this mic to turn on.
Oh, I'm getting the microphone
I don't know.
Y'all, let me tell you something. It's so hot. It's so hot.
No, High key. It's only getting hotter too.
Yeah, it's really, really hot.
I'm sitting in the shade sweating.
And it's the thing is, it's so humid. It's not just hot.
It's
I
not
like
turning
them.
on. What?
The mic.
Oh, me too. It's
can't
definitely
wait
about
to-
time.
I can't wait to hear the quality.
It is not turned on though. It was just on. Oh, it's on now.
It's on? How you know?
Because I can see. You can see like the second one.
Oh,
Need help?
this is. Hello, hi, I'm Lola.
Bet. What type of crystals you got?
I have. Don't let me lie. The ones I have. I have amethyst.
Hey.
I have. What's the green one? Don't let me lie.
There's a few. There's
I
like
know.
Jade, there's.
They've been sitting up under my bed, so
Okay.
I have rose quartz. I have. Oh, that jumped out and it hit
Lucky.
me. It literally hit me.
High key. I'm here to celebrate. I'm here to get the girls together. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even show y'all. 3 of Cups. What?
It's so crazy because I was coming over here to tell you how much I've been celebrating life, and I was just so overjoyed with life. I swear to God. I was just on the phone with my sister telling her too how I was just so grateful that God like showed out this weekend. He showed up and showed out,
Yeah,
and
that's what it feels like.
I literally been celebrating like the impossible became possible when I thought it was no way. He made a way, and this weekend I was just overfilled with so much joy. Like, I swear. And I was going to tell you, like, man, God has been doing his thing. Like, God has been God, and the universe has been universing, and whoever you guys pray to, you get what I'm saying? Because, we all pray to, but we know it's a higher power. But I promise you, I've been so overfilled with joy. Like, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited.
And it hit me. So, listen, y'all, this meant, I'm telling you, you got a gift. Because it literally popped out, and it hit me, and I'm like, oh.
No, and I was telling them, I was like, just explaining, like, if they hadn't been here, just the magic and how, like, just our interactions and everything that unfolds just in this little space is just everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
hey, you see it here first.
seriously.
I'm gonna pull another one.
One more? Yeah, because that one wanted to come out. It was like, let me hit her. Let me tap her. Girl, you about to be celebrating. I claim that. I claim that energy. I know I'm about to be celebrating.
Okay, 3 of Pentacles, another 3.
I know, I was just going to say that. What's that mean?
Yeah, just protection as well, and just continue to work on yourself, continuing to, mold yourself. Like, to the untrained eye, this would just be a rock, But it's like he was able to see what it could become, what was underneath it, and work diligently to bring it out and to make it a masterpiece that it always was. It just took the right person to bring it out. And understand that you're the same way, the things you're working on are the same way, and that you have support and people are ready to help you when you need help.
Yeah. Listen, that is so, I claim that energy. This is so crazy. Like everything you kind of just said, it really, really aligns with my life and what I've been going through. Like, I literally just had a conversation about the support that just can't, yeah, I'm gonna cry. And I just keep telling everybody, I'm not gonna cry right now, but I know I'm gonna cry because a year ago, I was crying for a totally different reason. I was crying because I was hurt. I was going through so much, like life was lifing, it was things happening. And I'm like, looking at me now, looking back, I never thought I would be where I am right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm not trying to tear up, but it's like my tears now are literally tears of joy. Like, it's a totally different atmosphere, space, where I am, the person I am, which is so crazy. Like, I can show you messages where people like, I'm proud of you, or like the support system, like someone just sent me, you know, something that helped me with something else, and it's just like the support system. Everything you really said does resonate with me. And I'm not gonna cry because I don't want to talk too much about it, okay, y'all? I'm not gonna cry, but I want to cry. But it's gonna be tears of joy because I'm very much overfilled and overjoyed with a lot of things that has been happening in my life. And yes, it is creating a masterpiece, because the masterpiece is right here.
Right,
We're gonna look back on this one day and be like, do you remember we used to sit up under this tree?
Yeah.
And you were at work and you used to come on and be like, yep, we used to come on this tree and talk.
Right. No, I'm
Yeah.
so grateful for you. And I hope you know that you're so special.
Oh.
And that your light is everything. Like,
I
don't know.
thank you.
Every time I see you, and it's like, wow, like we're in for a treat. I'm in for a treat. Like,
Yeah.
it's dope. And I'm
One
really
day we have to
grateful
do
for you.
this outside, so y'all don't see this uniform. I want to do this outside of this uniform, like literally. We'll talk about
No, let's do it.
But no, I'm
For
serious.
real. Me too.
One time we could sit somewhere else, ground ourselves, get our sage, Palo Santo,
do the
stuff
whole
like that.
nine.
Oh yeah, I'm big into clearing the energy. I have the little sound bowl. I'm really big into it.
No, yeah, we definitely got to do
Yeah,
something.
I am. And I just slowed down for a little bit, but I'm really big in it. I got some nice crystals. I'm going to give it to you. I'm not using them, and they're just sitting up under my bed.
Oh, thank you. I definitely
Yeah.
lost all mine.
You did?
Like, I feel like, I don't know, crystals with me, it's like they just come with me to get to other places. Like, I'll be leaving and they'll like literally jump out my pocket or be
You
lost.
say really?
And I'm like, there's no way. Like, yeah, like literally one jumped out my pocket when I was getting out of Uber, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. It's wild. So
It's not wild.
I just let them go.
It's
I let them
it's
come
that's
and
what
go.
it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yes, I'll definitely take them.
I love you guys. Is this a pipe? Oh, it's an old pipe. Oh, I don't want to leave, man. It feels so good up on this tree. Jeez.
No, I was wondering if I was gonna see you. Cause I know it's been a couple weeks.
Sitting up under a tree, taking a break.
Oh, I love you.
Be honest.
Be honest, and Scorpio.
Scorpio, my daughter's a Scorpio.
Really?
Maybe Scorpio season, something big is gonna happen.
Like you. Yeah, these almost flew away.
Be honest.
What, that calling to you too?
No, I'm just trying to see why, but sometimes it doesn't unfold right now.
Yeah.
It'll unfold later and you'll understand why it came out. Maybe somebody else needs to be honest, not me.
Maybe.
Maybe somebody needs to be honest about loving me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah?
Either you or somebody, just be
Me
honest
or
about
somebody.
how you're feeling.
Somebody needs to be honest about their feelings. I could show you right now one that I listened to them on YouTube. That's why I keep telling you go on YouTube.
I was telling them too.
Yeah. So this one lady I listened to, her title was "It's About to Go Down Exactly How You Said It Would" or something. And in that reading, she was also saying the same thing, like somebody's gonna come out and express about their feelings for you.
Oh, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially Scorpio, because now that makes me feel like, it may not be at the surface, but like a deep, like in the shadows, like you might not know, but it's how they feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Whoever that love person is, come on, save my life, my Prince Charming. Save my life.
About to come get you out the castle.
Please, come put me in the castle.
Oh, that works.
I'm
too.
ready to go in my castle. I'm ready for my princess treatment, my queen treatment.
Hell yeah.
Baddies.
Okay.
Clock it.
No,
I don't
there's all
even
type of stuff in here.
I don't even watch that show.
Really?
No. Okay.
I've dabbled.
Yeah, I've dabbled once or twice, but it's too ghetto for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's
you
too much
gotta-
fighting. It's too much commotion, too much drama. I'm okay. Wait. Okay, well, I love you guys. Lola is checking out because she is late on her route and she does not care. And if you
You're
ever...
always on time.
True. Worse. I'm late.
To who though?
No, not really. I'm not late. No, I have to be off by a certain time. I have to be off by 6:30, but I should be good. I'm playing around. You see what I'm doing right now?
It's worth it. There was all type of magic.
Oh, I was
and
playing around
divine
before I got
energy
here.
just now. Oh,
I was sitting
see?
for an hour. I just took 30 minutes back there. I don't care. It's hot.
It is.
Okay,
So,
guys,
do what
but
you need to do. It's okay.
I let it go.
Oh, yeah.
I seen that. Let it go? Okay. Well, I love you. And you be safe and
Y'all better
have
say
fun
it
out
back.
here. I'm jealous, y'all.
Oh, overstay welcome.
Overstay. Ooh.
The car's telling you to take your ass off.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, that's rude.
Lola is signing out.
Thank you.
I love them. They got them from Amazon.
No, they were at the house. Like I asked if they had one, and they did. So, cause my people be on their content creation stuff, so they be having stuff. Yeah.
I love those.
Thank you. Me too. They definitely been working.
I need to find that. What you call it? The stand. I need a stand so bad.
Oh yeah.
Okay, baby. Love you. Thank you so much.
I love you. Be safe
Have
and
a
have
good one.
fun.
You too.
Hey, I told y'all. Hey. That explains it better than I ever could, you know? I could tell y'all all day, but when it unfolds and it just happens, it's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that's how it typically is. And I feel like not just with Lola and not just here, but just in my walking experience in my life every day. And yeah, that continues to keep me here, continue to do the work, continue to be excited to do the work. It's just like, yeah, I don't need any more proof, you know. Although more proof I get is bonus, but at this point I've seen enough and I've experienced enough to know what's what and to know just how real all this stuff is. So yeah, I just hope that, you know, through my proof, and that allows you all to be open enough to get your own proof. You guys don't have to take my proof or, you know, my experiences to, you know, to your heart all the way to change your whole life, you know, but just allow it to make you open so where you say, okay, let me see what's out there for me. And then you get your own proof, and then that'll be what keeps you going. That'll be what launches you into this next thing or into your spiritual path from this point. But yeah, understand it's out here. All you have to do is allow. But that being said, let's get to it. It's time to get going. Yeah, let's get started with some Oracle, and then we'll get into Tarot. Yeah, this is so dope. Yeah, I never know what to expect when we open this container, and yeah, it just always leaves me so full of gratitude. Dang, Taurus, which was one of the first ones that came out last week too. I'm hearing be what's the word? Stern, be solid, be unmoving if you don't want to move. That doesn't mean be stubborn and, you know, to the point where it's detrimental to you, but also you don't want to be too flexible and fluid to where, you know, every little thing has you ready to pivot or second guess yourself or ready to change directions. Especially this week, I feel like there's going to be moments where things pop up and people are trying to, you know, push you one direction or another, or to make you feel like, you know, you might be misguided or like you don't necessarily know what you're doing or don't know what you're talking about. But understand that you do. And when these moments happen, if you do find yourself questioning yourself, zoom out enough to get that clarity. Like, be like, okay, they say I don't know what I'm talking about. Where did I get this from? Like, where did I get these ideas and this way of doing things? And, you know, this perspective that they're saying is wrong. Where did it come from? And then in zooming out, you'll realize, you know, it came from your experiences. It came from these things you learned and trial and error and, you know, things that are very much based in reality, that are not just in your own mind or you just randomly just doing something. And that'll be enough for you to be like, okay, like they can feel however they want to feel, but I know what I'm doing, and that's enough for me. I trust that. Yeah, so just zoom out when those moments do happen. Dang, this light burning my arm, man, this light's too hot right here, so. Nature. Oh. X marks the spot. But I'm also hearing somebody's X. So, oh yeah. And Tupac also came out. So this makes me feel like it's an ex and it's somebody who's probably been like dead to you, like dead and gone. Like we don't talk anymore. I don't want to talk to them anymore. Haven't seen them in a really long time. Just all that, all those markings of like an ex that's not, somebody you're still cool with, that you still talk to all the time, you still have mad love for, with somebody who's just not in your life anymore. I'm also hearing retrograde, so that makes me feel like they might be coming back. They might hit you up soon, or like checking on you, like, oh hey, how you been? It's been a long time. I'm not getting any indicator on whether like they've changed, or if this is somebody who did you wrong. I'm not getting any indication like they're coming back new, or like they're coming back the same. I don't know. I'm just getting that they're coming back. So use your discernment. If you have no interest in dealing with them, that's okay. Like, just let that be known. Like, I'm not telling you like, oh, they have something for you, see it out, hear them out. Like, you don't even have to. They might simply hit you up and then you just ignore it, and then that's it. Like, but they're coming. So be ready. Have faith in yourself, trust yourself to be able to navigate it without, being emotionally charged or losing yourself in it, or falling back into old habits that you might have decided to leave behind. So yeah, it's okay. It's gonna be okay, but just a heads up. Yeah, but you got this. It's okay. Yeah, these messages definitely are different. They're interesting though. I'm liking it. LOL. Have a sense of humor right now. I have a feeling that things have been hard, things have been difficult. Yeah, sometimes I feel like the light at the end of the tunnel may not even be visible sometimes. But understand that laughter is going to be your best friend through these moments. When things are dark, or when things, are a little bit heavy, find a way to get yourself into a lighter energy. Whether that be, people who typically make you feel good, make you laugh, watching that movie, that your childhood favorite movie, your favorite cartoon, eating a bowl of cereal. Like, just do whatever it is that is something that you do just for you, that has nothing to do with your responsibilities, that has nothing to do with, you trying to get rich or any of that stuff, but just simply, it makes you feel good and it feeds your soul. It makes your inner child happy. Do those things. Laugh till you cry, and then laugh some more. That's what I'm hearing. But yeah, laugh a little. And just the LOL, it feels like young, when we were kids, typing, texting, and, we texted all day and things like that. And it's like you just LOL everything, like whether it was funny or not, it's just like LOL, LOL, like it's its own thing beyond just, laughing out loud. There's a whole culture to it. So understand, like, get into that energy, and do a little bit of lolling, But that's the invitation right now, is just not take things so seriously. And if things do feel super heavy, you might just be too close to them. You might need to just, relinquish a little bit of that control. Worry about the things you can't control. If you can't control it, like, don't try to. And that seems like the call as far as this card right now. So yeah, have some fun. Don't be so serious. Yeah, that card just flipped, but I'm gonna keep shuffling. It didn't feel like, oh wow, 33 as I said that. Oh, too many cards. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going, but hey, if they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. One thing I've learned about cards is that they're very persistent. Four. Yeah, 4. I don't know. Right now they feel like support, balance. I'm hearing stability, order, culture. And I keep getting the call like to turn it upside down. It like kind of looks like chairs. Yeah, understand that you have big wins coming in, and that they're gonna be very public. You're gonna have an audience. Like, I'm hearing God and the universe is gonna bless you in front of the world. It's not gonna be something that just happens in your bedroom by yourself and you're like, oh my God, thank you. But understand it's gonna be a spectacle. It's gonna be a display. for the world to see. And the whole point is for everyone to understand the magic that is available, understand how things can unfold when you create your life with the divine, when you walk with God, when you walk with the universe, and you co-create your experience with all the divine energy that's available to you, that wants to be expressed through you, that wants to come through you, and all of that. So understand that your win is about to be very public, and that they're gonna see it. The world is gonna see it, and then the one question is gonna be like, "Wow, how'd you do it?" And you're the type of person who's gonna tell them exactly how you did it. That you walked with the universe, that you went within, you found your power inside, you realize how in tune with all this you are, and that you focus your energy and your attention, your love, your awareness, all of that in order to create this life for yourself. And that's what you're gonna tell them, and that's exactly why it's gonna happen in public. So to lead to those conversations, to lead, everybody home to themselves. And that's super important in this next season. And the world is changing. It's already changed. And the next unfoldment into where we're going is, God putting his people in position, the universe putting its people in position to continue to tell the story, to shed the truth, to shine light. And yeah, and whoever this is for, you're one of those people who are very big in that, who is very big in that process and unfoldment of this next chapter in life, in earth, So understand that, yeah. And yeah, if it doesn't resonate, definitely don't force it. But whoever this is for definitely knows. Like, they knew from the beginning. Like I didn't have to even keep explaining. They understand. So if it does resonate like that, know that this is for you, and to have faith in that, and to walk around with that knowing that your time is here, and that, you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to overly explain yourself, because soon everybody will see. So enjoy your present as well. Like, don't sit here stressing about the future. Don't sit here worried about past decisions. If you made wrong turns at some point, understand that where you are right now is perfect, and that where you're going to be tomorrow is perfect too. So enjoy it. Enjoy where you are, and take it all in, and be as present as possible. And yeah, enjoy your life, and enjoy your experience, because it's for you to enjoy it. So hell yeah, congratulations. MLK's Kids on Twitter. I'm gonna keep shuffling, but just wanted to let y'all know it popped up as an energy. And for me, just, I don't know, if that meant like absolutely nothing to you. Just a little context. For me, that energy is just the energy of the fact that, Martin Luther King Jr.'s kids are on Twitter. Like, but, I feel like it's always been painted about like that time period, like civil rights and him and all that was just so long ago. The pictures are all black and white, and it's like, but it's like, if his kids are on Twitter, like, how long ago could that really have been, like, in the grand scheme of things, So, yeah, that's just the energy of that. So if that relates to you and it resonates to you in any way, yeah, that's all that is. Things may not be what meets the eye, Like, be careful about, the way people try to paint certain things, because, like, you can definitely skew the reality of a situation, If you do the right things, you can definitely paint a clear picture to be something completely different and murky and all that. So, yeah, just be careful. Have some discernment. Jason. Things are not as scary as they seem. Yeah. I'm hearing, like, as scary as Jason is, like Jason Voorhees, the horror film character, as scary as he is, you zoom out enough, you realize he's a character. Plain and simple. Like, he's not real. He's not out here actually doing anything. Like, he exists within, a 1 hour and a half movie, 2 hour movie, like, and then outside of that, like, his only existence is, you allowing him to exist, but outside of that, he's not real. Outside of those movies, like, yeah, he's just not real. The person is a whole nother person. Like, he's not real. So understand that a lot of things in life are like that. There's a lot of illusions. There's a lot of things that feel real because, our emotions are real, and the way things make us feel is real. So that's as real as, anything needs to be, really, if you feel it. But understand that you have the power in a lot of these things. And if you give them the power to scare you, to make you feel fearful, understand that that's all that is. It's you giving them the power to do that. So yeah, just again, discernment. Seems like that's an important theme this week, is to really have your head on straight and to trust the energy, trust your heart, and trust your inner knowing, for real. And yeah, Jason popped out again. So your name might be Jason. It might just be like clarification for someone. Or you might know a Jason, or you might be dating a Jason. But I also just heard adjacent. So yeah, it might be something next to you, something in your environment that you're not seeing, that's causing you to feel fearful, but it may be the key to everything you want, but you've been too afraid to explore it because you may not be seeing it that way. It might seem like, you know what, if I kind of whatever, it'll mess everything up. But understand that if you're getting called to it, trust that, especially if it's not going away, even though you've turned it down several times, it keeps coming up. There might be a reason. It might be divine guidance. It might be the universe itself whispering to you like, yo, go do that thing. Go pick that up. Go whatever. So don't be afraid of it. Understand that the fear is a product of your own mind, your own thoughts. That in itself, if you were able to let yourself view it neutrally, that it was nothing to be afraid of. So, yeah, trust yourself. Discernment. Invest. I'm hearing energetic investments, whether that be people or things. Like, yeah, every moment you spend putting energy into something, focusing on something, understand that that's an investment. So where are you investing your energy and your attention? If you're investing in things that don't give back to you, that don't pour into your cup, into things that make you feel unfulfilled, you need to adjust that. Like if you're spending all your time with a person who turns around and makes you feel less than, who turns around and never has your back really, that when you need them, they're nowhere to be found. That's concerning. You need to invest your energy somewhere else, because there's someone out here who's gonna take just a quarter of that energy and time you give them and really amplify it and pour back into you 1,000-fold. But if you don't, you only have so much attention, energy, and time. So if you're caught up giving it all to this person who leaves you feeling less than, understand that you won't have any to pour into this person who makes you feel amazing all the time. So understand that your resources are limited as far as your energy, your time, and all that. Like, you don't just have an unlimited amount. So understand that, yeah, you have to be very intentional and view everything as investments. Like, this person asked me if I want to go to this thing. Like, is that a wise investment? Because it is, like you go to this thing that while you're there, you can't do this other thing. You can't work on your other stuff. You can't go within. You can't do shadow work. You're not journaling. You're not doing any of that stuff. So it's like, is that worth that to you? Are you getting enough back out of that relationship for it to be, still fulfilling for you to go forward, to where it's not a loss or it's not wasted time? Because if not, then it is wasted time. Because not only do you don't feel any better, you didn't grow, you didn't evolve. This is not somebody who's going to be around long term, because eventually it's not sustainable if they're not pouring into you the way you need to. Like, at some point you're going to stand up and leave them behind, especially if you're actually committed to growing and evolving and actualizing your dream reality and all that. Like, they're not going to be able to stay around forever. So now it becomes a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of focus. So yeah, look into the things you're investing in and pour into the cups with intention. And it is that deep. It's always that deep. And you'll see how things change, because pouring into the right people will not only not leave you feeling drained, but it will have you full of energy. You might realize, dang, I did so much, but I'm still so full. Like, I don't feel tired. I don't feel drained. It's like, yeah, because if you're putting your energy into the right places, they're going to pour into you. They're going to have you feeling energized. They're going to have you feeling amazing. They're not going to have you feeling drained. It's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like sacrificing. And, it's not going to feel like any of that stuff. You're going to look up and be like, wow, we've been here all day. We've been talking for hours. Like, wow, I could do this forever. Like, to where you have to like pull yourself away to go do other stuff because it's so fulfilling. And it's like, yeah, that's what's available out here, Like, you just have to not be afraid to start over. You have to not be afraid to, leave people behind sometimes. Sometimes it's like, yeah, everybody's not around forever. Sometimes It's for a season. You learn this thing, you do this thing, you experience them, and then you move on, and that's okay. So there's going to be more where that came from. There's going to be more people to meet. There's going to be more experiences to have. But if you sit there and hold on to everything that shows up to you, and you're overly attached and you don't want to let it go, understand that you're going to limit yourself, because the new things can't come in while you're clutching to the old ones. So understand that you got to let things come, you got to let things go. And that's the beauty of life. And that's okay. And the things that are meant for you will not be gone. Like, understand that even if you let something go and it was meant for you, that it'll come back because it's yours. So don't put so much pressure on you to, like, keep everybody around, and if things don't last forever, to view them as a failure, because they're not at all. So yeah, you got this, and you know what you're doing. Like, you have a very good head on your shoulders, a very good connection to spirit. So trust that. Trust yourself. You didn't get this far to doubt everything you've done, Like, you got the proof. You've been getting the proof. You've been having the experiences. So allow things to be good. Allow them to feel amazing. But I'm going to pull one more oracle, and then we're going to get into tarot without, further ado. This popped up, waste, and then I wasn't going to take it, but I see at the bottom it says cut it. So yeah, I feel like this goes with the last message. Get those people out of your life that don't belong there. Release those habits that don't serve you anymore. If there's anything you've been like, you know what, I need to get rid of this, or I need to, I need to reevaluate this thing, or remove it from my life, or stop doing it. And if you haven't done it, but it's been in the back of your mind, it continues to come up, now's the time. You're being called to do it now. And that, it may not have been time to do it before. It might have just been about getting you used to the idea of doing it. So now when this moment comes where it's like, yo, that's your direct guidance. Now, you've already kind of entertained that idea. You've kind of already dabbled with it a little bit. So it's not like a brand new foreign concept right now. But understand that now is the time to get rid of it. And you'll experience success getting rid of it. Maybe you tried before. You tried to cut certain things out, but it wasn't, you ended up falling back into them. Understand that it's okay. That was just to get you used to the idea. So when the call came, you knew exactly what this was talking about. You knew exactly, you were like, okay, like, I'm ready. And that was all it was for. So understand that, yeah, let it go now. And that's okay. This was the perfect time. Don't feel like you're late, or that you should have been did it, or you would have been farther. Understand that all those are illusions. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So now, cut it. Get rid of that waste. Let it go. And understand that it's going to be replaced with abundance, with beautiful things that are more in alignment to who you are. Those things may have been in alignment to who you've been, but understand that as you change, things have to fall away so your reality can continue to match who you are. And you want it to match who you are because you're abundant. You know your magic. You know how valuable you are. You know all that. So your life is just trying to recalibrate to reflect that, because that's all this is. Your reality is at any given time just mirroring your inner world. So yeah, so allow things to fall away, especially as you continue to change, and understand that they will, and that if you're continuing to grow, things falling apart or falling away, apart maybe too sometimes it feels like, but understand that that's just a part of the process, and that it's an illusion, because you're not losing anything. Anything that goes away will be replaced with equal or better, and if you're continuing to grow, it will always be better. Now, if you're falling backwards, and the good things fall away to be replaced with worse, then yeah, that's a reflection of who you are too, and that should be honored. But I don't get the feeling that that's you guys. I get the feeling that this collective is always striving to become greater and to continue to evolve and grow. So, hell yeah, your life will continue to recalibrate and reshuffle itself. And when the dust settles, you'll realize that, okay, this is better. This was another upgrade. Thank you. And that happens enough time, you'll know, like, and it's only tough in the beginning when you don't have all that proof yet. But things, yeah, it doesn't get easier, but you have more to hang your hat on, like, oh yeah, this reminds me of that other time where this happened, or oh yeah, that one season where it looked like all was lost, and then boom, this amazing thing popped up for me, just like this world card, and it's like, hell yeah, that's the whole point. But you don't get those until you start the journey. And that's always what I stress to people. It's like, yo, it'll never make sense logically until you start doing it. And then, the stuff will show up for you, and through trial and error, you'll understand a lot of those things that people talk about, that I talk about, that, that a lot of the knowledge and wisdom that comes through. So just get started. And yeah, I'm here to like tell you, like, there's somebody you've been trying to get to understand. Understand that their timing is their own. Like, you can't make anybody wake up. You can't make anybody understand these things. But understand that I'm here to tell you that that might help, you know, if you're wanting to give it one more try, to not lead by your own experiences and your own proof to get them to believe it, but to acknowledge the fact that, you know, like, everybody's life works differently. This is what's worked for you, and this is what allowed you to get to this point, to explore that more so than starting from where you are, but to explore your journey. Like, yo, I didn't believe at one point, but it was this thing I saw. It started with this. Like, for me, it started with astrology, and then that led to meditation, and then that led to just more me going down the rabbit hole and just discovering all more of just who I am and what's going on in this universe and universal law and just all that. But explore that. Like, tell them, like, yo, I didn't believe at first either, but, you know, I started with this, and I started with this, and, you know, other people have started with this and that, you know, and to allow them to start the journey on their own without, you know, you just trying to tell them these things, this is how this works, this is how this works, and for them to accept it. Allow them to lead them to their path and allow them to walk it. And yeah, that's what I'm being called to tell you right now. But that being said, our first tarot, the World, and the Fool on the bottom. This feels huge, humongous, just to let you know. And the World continues to come out, especially in the last few weeks. This is it. Like, that's what it keeps continuing to tell me. This is it. And I feel like these readings are huge. I feel like I'm starting to feel like my collective is, you know, a bunch of people on the brink of big transformations and quantum shifts. And I know I am for sure. And it feels like, you know, everybody in this space and who continues to resonate with me is also on the brink of a quantum shift and multiple quantum shifts and, you know, big transitions and everything into positions of, what's the word? Positions with a lot of eyes on them, you know, and with platforms and the ability to lead by example, by continuing to shine their light, to continue to tell the amazing truth of oneness and just what all is available to everybody here. And I get the feeling that y'all are people on similar missions and similar trajectories. So this is what this feels like. It's like it's our time now. And it feels like we've been inching closer and closer. And, like, you know, everything has been telling us, oh, it's almost there, it's time, oh yeah, it's time, things are, oh, you have something big coming, surprises, you have no idea. Like, I feel like that's been the continued message, but yeah, this feels like a culmination. Like, I know we've been saying it's almost time. I know we've been saying it's time now, like, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, and you're still like, okay, like, where is it? But it's like, you feel it, you know, like, you haven't seen it yet, but you feel it. Like, it's more than just us telling you, oh, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time. But you feel that momentum within you. You feel that presence of something's here for me. You feel that. You look around. You know, you might be someone who checks their email like hella times a day waiting for that message. Or, you know, you check your DMs on all your socials a few times a day because, you know, you feel like, yo, like, it's time. There's something like any second now, you know, or maybe like I'm missing it. Like, it's already here. Let me make sure I'm checking everything so I'm not overseeing or, yeah, I'm not missing a message that, you know, the message that changes everything. Understand that, yeah, trust that. That feeling, that momentum, it's real. It's the truth. These messages are true. Like, they're continuing to say it's almost here, it's almost here, it's almost here, because it is almost here. It's time. It's here now. And understand that. Walk in it and don't wait for it to show up, because the energy is here. You feel it. So it's at your disposal. Like, you can use it to continue to create your life, even without seeing like the physical manifestations. Like, you know, like the briefcase. You may not have had like $1 million dropped off at your door, but I guarantee you feel like $1 million. So it's like, go do something with that. Go create something from that energy and allow it to come in through there. And it's like, yeah, you have surprises on the way, and there's things that are going to unfold for you, but understand that you have access to that energy now, and that's why you feel it so much now. That's why you're like, oh my God, like, yo, my time is here. Understand that you can use that energy to go create things and to bring in things yourself as well. You don't have to wait for this divine gift that's on its way, or
or anything. Understand that that energy is enough to create your own things as this unfolds, continues to unfold. But you don't have to either. Understand that you're in a place where you can just rest. Like everything's gonna be okay. You don't have to go out and do anything. So it's like really you're in a space of what do you want to do? The world is in your hands, like literally. So hell yeah, happy creating, enjoy the process, enjoy the unfoldment, and really ask yourself what you want to do and go do that. And trust that everything's unfolding perfectly. If you want to go get it, go get it. If you want to wait and chill and relax in this space before, things get crazy and change and, that's cool too. Um, and understand that there's no wrong answer. You got this. So hell yeah, the world is yours. And just the fool on the bottom, which for me is like subconscious energy that's kind of influencing all this that you may not even be aware of, is just the fact that this journey is here. Like you've already stepped into it. Like I know I typically say the next chapter, but it feels like we're in that chapter already. Sometimes when you start a new season on a show, um, it may not launch you into a bunch of action. It might set the stage a little bit, or it might be a little slow in the beginning as you just get acclimated to, okay, oh, these are the new players involved, or like, oh, okay, I'm seeing they changed a little bit, whatever. Before things start unfolding, understand that that's where you are right now. Like you're not in the last chapter waiting on it to end to start the next chapter. You're in the next chapter already. The action-packed part may not have started yet, but if you look around and you kind of evaluate who you are, you'll realize like, oh yeah, I'm not the same. Like, oh, these things around me are kind of not the same. Like, yeah, the big thing hasn't happened yet, but you're in that next season. So understand that you are the fool right now. So enjoy that and walk through your experience with fresh eyes, with a fresh heart. Don't walk around it like it's the same as it's been. Like, you know what's over there, you know what's across the street, you know exactly what's gonna happen today. You don't, because you're in a whole new chapter. It may look the same so far, but understand that there's new things available to you. There's new energies at your disposal. So approach every day with that knowing. Like allow miracles to show up for you. Allow it to be new, and understand the world is in your hands, literally. So yeah, enjoy your experience, and walk around and look and remain open for miracles. Look for them. That doesn't mean like go be hella hands-on and like forcing things and chasing them, but just keep a lookout. Walk around, look left, look right. See what's around you, take it in, peep out the angel numbers because they're around. See little synchronicities, and all the little signs and nods and miracles around you because they are around you. You're highly attractive right now. You're highly charged. So understand that, yeah, there's a lot that's just being pulled into your orbit and that you're influencing every time you walk around. Go into a space, walk through it, see how people are, as you walk by, see how people stop what they're doing and look at you. All that is proof. Oh, wow. All that is proof of exactly your magic and exactly who you are right now and the space you're in. So yeah, I'm being called to tell you, if you feel like you're out of alignment or you're not really seeing your magic, understand that go put yourself somewhere, like anywhere, like literally anywhere. It doesn't even have to be long. Just go out, go outside, go interact with people, go interact with other human beings and see how you're received, see how your energy moves things in there, because it will. So definitely go do that. Go play with spirit. Spirit is always trying to give you your proof. And it's like, if you allow and you just keep an open eye and open spirit, the proof is everywhere and it will continue to find you because it wants to be found by you and experienced by you so you can continue to ground in more and continue to fall deeper into your spiritual journey, your awakenings, your teachings, and your purpose, honestly. So understand that if you want more proof, if you feel like, I don't, ask for it. And then keep your eyes open and ready to see it and to receive it. And keep your heart open and ready to experience it because it will come. Be careful what you wish for, I promise you. But yeah, this shit's dope. I promise y'all. It's so dope. And I feel like you already know that. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm talking to anybody who, who's super skeptical to the point where, like they're closed off to it. I feel like y'all are people who have had your experiences and, you're just trying to get deeper in, or you might have, your little moments or whatever, and you're just trying to continue to learn and things like that. But I feel like y'all know what's up. And that's why I'm excited to hear from y'all and to take things from y'all, because I'm sure there's things y'all can teach me and perspectives that y'all have that serves me as well. So, hell yeah, don't be shy, y'all. And, before I pull these cards, I typically say this every week, but the chat, I haven't seen any messages pop up. So if you've been in there and you've been asking questions or, interacting, don't think I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. The messages just haven't popped up. Before, they used to pop up randomly, like one week they'd be there, the other week they wouldn't be, but it's been a few weeks now and it hasn't been there, so I don't know. But if anybody needs personal readings, there's definitely a link on my page that'll take you to my link tree, and then yeah, the personal reading and sessions to book is like the first link. And yeah, and my link tree has everything on it. You can find my music, you can find I'm drawing a blank, merch, you can find just all things me, and I'm very multi-dimensional, so don't be surprised when you scroll and you see like all type of stuff there, because it's like we are all multi-dimensional. And yeah, I'm not here to put myself in a box, and neither should you. So oh yeah, but if anybody needs anything from me, there's a link in my link tree. I think it's like linktree or linktr.ee/KK not again, but there's a link on my page just in case. But yeah, on to the cards. 2 more cards. Strength, 7 of Cups. Yeah, I'm hearing you're infinite, and this feels like the universe, like trying to wake you up to your power, and trying to, like, you're a lion, and you may not understand that. It's like you may not have roared before, you may not have ever actually heard what you sound like, you know, like maybe you did a little like little stuff like that, but it's like it feels like she's trying to tell you, like, yo, like, you have no idea the power and the vibration that lies within you, like, through your roar, and like just how much that can shake things up, and how empowering it can make you feel, and also how it ripples through the whole world. And it's like, it's your responsibility to be a lion, because that's what you are. So understand that you spending time not roaring because it's loud, or because, you know, you're afraid of, you know, it feels intense, so you're like, I don't want to attract that type of attention, or I don't want to, you know, come across as, you know, like, dang, like he's over there roaring and stuff, like I'm just trying to chill over, you know, you don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, so you're not being a lion, but it's like, that's what you're supposed to be. And anybody that makes uncomfortable is not supposed to be around you. Like, and that'll help them get into alignment too. Like, if they find themselves like, oh my God, this lion, like, okay, clearly you're not supposed to be around lions. They need to get up and relocate to go where they're supposed to be too, because if they were in alignment where they were supposed to be, they would have never encountered you. So understand that you sitting there diluting yourself or not showing up wholly doesn't actually help anybody. It just keeps them all out of alignment too. It does them a disservice too. So if it's really about them and doing, you know, wanting to please them, and, you know, even if you're a people pleaser and you're like, oh, like, I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable, understand that you're not helping them. If anything, you're holding them back. And you're doing the opposite of pleasing them in the long run. So if you want to people please them, own who you are. That's a true way to people please, because they're going to have to be in alignment with themselves too in order to exist comfortably. Because if they're not in alignment with you, then they shouldn't be around you. So if the only way to keep them comfortable is for you to be a lesser version of yourself, neither of y'all are winning. You're both losing. So you're this lion. Be that lion. Understand you have a lot of choices at your disposal, and that you're going to be a lot of things in this life. Like, even as you feel like you're mastering things and you're growing and you're shifting your life, and it feels like things can't get any better, they can and they will. But you have to continue to own who you are. And even just understand your lion, your roar, that's okay, that's one thing. But then once you do that, you're going to realize, like, damn, you're this other thing, you're also this, you know? So it's like, and all these things paint up the totality of who you are. But understand that you're going to have to keep coming back to this place. You're going to have to keep expanding. You're going to have to keep being uncomfortable and pushing against your barriers, your boundaries, because you're really boundless. The sky's not even the limit. You can grow beyond that. You can expand into everything, you know? So it's like, you're gonna keep coming back to this point, and the universe is gonna keep showing you, like, yo, you know, you're this, like, you have a roar in there, and it's your job to roar. It's your job to be a damn lion. So don't sit here and shrink yourself because other people don't want to be around lions. Tell them to go find who they're meant to be around. And through that, you'll have space to, to attract other lions and other beings that are compatible with lions and that grow into their highest self by being around lions, you know. But it's like, you limit everybody by limiting yourself. You being at your fullest is in everybody's best interest. I don't care who they are. So understand, I don't care if they're directly asking you to sacrifice themselves to make them happy or whatever. Understand that that's not their higher self talking. Because if they were in their fullness and their totality and all that, they would understand too. So understand that you being your full self is always what you're supposed to be doing. Don't shrink for anybody. Options. You have options, and you're going to continue to have options. Where do you want to go? And as you continue to become yourself and fall deeper into yourself, this will become more clear as far as what options are for you and what's not for you. And you can leave things behind when they're not for you. But if you don't know who you are, what's in alignment with you, a lot of these options that are terrible options might look a little good. You know, they might look reasonable. Just let that pass a little bit. But understand that. So yeah, getting clear on who you are will limit some of these things. And it'll become more apparent what you should do and what you want to do and all that. But until you get clear on who you are, like all that stuff's going to be a little more difficult because you're not going to, you're not going to know what you want to do. And you're going to be sitting there trying to figure it out in the mind when it's like these things are meant to be decided in the heart. But if you're not clear on what your heart wants, who you are, what you like, then it's not going to be clear. You're not going to know. And you're going to still get that guidance, but you won't recognize it as such because you're just not in touch with yourself like that. So yeah, if that resonates, definitely spend time going within your inner world, getting to know yourself, journal, ask yourself questions, treat yourself as a best friend, That was a big thing for me a couple years ago, was like, I'm going to start treating myself as a best friend would, checking in with myself, being nicer to myself when good things happen, to tell myself good job, like good shit, and to look in the mirror and to celebrate and to understand that I'm amazing and I know that I'm amazing, and that I can validate myself. I can give myself the words of affirmation. And it's like, how would I treat myself if I was somebody else and I was doing all these things, like I just came up here and did a great reading and I leave. I wouldn't just, go about my day. I'd be like, yo, that was dope. Like, you really did that. Like, good job. Like, I'm that person. So it's like, why would I not use that on myself? So yeah, I'm just being called to tell y'all, be your own best friend and start there, and that'll bleed into everything. And I feel like I haven't really thought about that since I made that decision, but that was a couple years ago. And now that I think about it, I feel like that definitely changed a lot, and it changed how I view myself and how I show up and what I entertain, because it's like, because I hold that reflection up for myself. So it's like, there's no room for somebody else who tears me down to be in my life. There's no room for, questioning myself because people around me don't pour into me the way, I deserve to be poured into, to where it feels like, damn, am I tripping? Am I missing something? Because like, I look around and nobody else sees me the way I see but it's like being able to be that own best friend for myself and to hold that mirror up to myself all the time. It's like, wow, why would I settle for, anything to even make me feel that way? I don't have to question that. It's like, the fact that it makes me feel that way is like, okay, there's something wrong there and I need to adjust. So yeah, just be that to yourself first, and then you'll understand that, what you need from everybody, or what you require for to be in your life, that'll become more clear. And it becomes easier to ask for that stuff or to demand it when you give it to yourself. Because like, how can you ask somebody else to pour into you in a way that you don't even pour into yourself? If you don't tell yourself good job, if you don't sit here and celebrate yourself, how can you ask somebody else to do it or hold it against them that they don't do it? But if I celebrate myself, and you see whenever I do something, I'm doing this, boo, 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 I'm really celebrating. That doesn't mean go out and party and pop bottles. If that's what you want to do, then yeah. But a celebration could just be like, I'm going to pat myself on the back. I'm going to go watch my favorite show right now, or I'm going to go eat my favorite food to celebrate. Like, it can be literally anything. It just has to be intentional. So now if I'm someone who does all those things, but then I spend a lot of time with you, you see that I'm achieving these things, and you're not celebrating me, you're not telling me good job, you're not doing anything, you're just whatever, then that becomes more clear, because it's like, I celebrate myself, and you see that it's a big deal to me, and you don't want to be a part of that, or you don't value, you don't value me the way I value myself. Like, that's a problem. And it may not be a problem to you, but it's definitely more eye-opening when you pour into yourself, when you are your own best friend. It's more eye-opening to what other people are not doing, and to how they don't see you, and to how they're not pouring into your cup. Because now you know how you like your cup to be poured into, because you're doing it. So you have more of an understanding of what should be going on in regards to you. So yeah, start with you. Start with giving yourself what you need, and trust that, through that, it'll become more clear, and you'll be able to have that reflected through the people around you and in your life. And yeah, that's really the first step. So I'm just really feeling called to drive that point home. And I feel like that really changed something in somebody's mind, you know? Like they're like, wow, like that really made it click for them. So I'll definitely leave it there though. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a lot going on out here. But hey, we're always exactly where we're supposed to be, and things are always unfolding exactly how they should be. So it's okay. Oh. Yeah, the Hierophant. The first thing I was being drawn to is the 5 on the bottom. It's the 5 in the major arcana. So this feels like a major lesson. It feels like major changes afoot. And just a reminder to be humble as things change, as your dream life comes into reality, as you know the money comes in, as the influence comes in, and you know people telling you how amazing you are all the time, and you know the love pours in. Understand that you haven't changed. Like just because they see you differently and they see you as all this and they put you on this pedestal, understand that you're still that same person you were before this happened, and that you were just as worthy of all this stuff before this happened. So don't feel like you have to change into another person now because now you have the money, now you have the eyes on you, now you have all this. Understand that who you are exactly right now is the perfect person for that. So don't go changing simply because that. Like if you change, it's because, you know, you grew and you continue to evolve as you were already doing. You were continuing to become as you were already doing. But understand that your success and your abundance and all that doesn't change who you are and doesn't need to change who you are. 011111 as I say that. So yeah, this is just a reminder that who you are is perfect. So hold on to that. Like be that person. And who you naturally grow and evolve into is more perfect. Understand that too. Well, not even more perfect because you know you're just as worthy no matter what. But it's more of you. So yeah, it is perfect in that way. Because who you are right now is perfect because it's who's gonna get you to that next spot, you know? At every time, at every point, you're perfect. Even if you feel like you're lacking things or you need, it's okay because the person who's gonna bring in the things that make you not feel that or whatever is the person right now. Like the person who you are, we have all that stuff is not the person who brought it in. The person who brought it in is the stuff who people were asleep on, who people were, you know, making feel less than or like they didn't know what they were talking about. That's the person who brought that in. So in some eyes, that person's more perfect than this person, you know, because they went through whatever. But not to get too lost into that, but understand that, yeah, who you are right now is perfect. And don't go changing just because you feel like you have to be this new person or now you're famous, so now you have to act like a celebrity or whatever. Like, no. And if anything, that's going to get you further away from where you are. And this took so long so you could understand that who you are is perfect. So you could truly find out who you are. So when things change, you don't lose it. You anchor into who you are and you choose the experiences that match that, you know, because you don't have to take every experience because you're someone who knows your power. So you don't have to take crappy deals or show up for people you don't want to show up for because, you know, you got to pay your dues to get where you don't need to do that. You understand that this is your right. This is your destiny. This is what you came into this planet to do. And now it's the time for you to step into that and understand that you are perfect already and that there's nothing anybody can give you to make you more perfect, nothing anybody can offer you to, you know, change anything because you are who you are and you are here to lead. You are here to ground in the light to change the world. And understand that everybody's here to learn from you. Understand that there's nobody, I don't care how it looks on paper, how it looks in the physical, that there's nobody superior to you. There's nobody, you know, that you have to lose yourself for in order to get in their good graces to get to more of what you want. Understand that this is you. You're here to lead. It doesn't matter if you're new to this industry or this space and it may look like, you know, they have 30 years in, they're here to teach you. Understand that that's cool. But this life is way more than physical. Spiritual is huge. I won't say it is everything because everything is everything. But yeah, this is you. Lead the way. It doesn't matter age, if you're younger than them, if they're more experienced, it doesn't matter. This is who you are. And when it's all said and done, this is who you'll be seen as. And people will realize like, wow, like she really came to change the world and teach us all a new way of life. And it's like, yeah, and that's what you're being called to bring into all those spaces you're in. Even if you're the least experienced in the room, understand that you're in that room to change the world. So approach it like that and to, yeah, hang your hat on that and anchor into who you are and your value and who you are right now. The person that brought all that stuff in. Do not lose yourself in it. This is opportunity. This was on the bottom, right under the Hierophant. Or well, no, Hierophant came out. So this was on the bottom. Ace of Swords. This is an opportunity for a clear mind, for a clear vision. You see clearly now. I feel like at this point in the reading versus the very beginning, yeah, I feel like there's certain breakthroughs that happen, certain things that clicked for you, certain things that you may have already thought, but hearing it now, like it was just different. And yeah, and this is you're being handed this sword and your crown, and it's time for you to take your place as a thought leader, as a vessel of divine energy to continue to ground in New Earth and to continue to lead us through the 5D. And all that. So understand that this is your invitation. This is your invitation to take your throne, to take your seat amongst, the kings and queens of us that are up here to lead and to continue to shine light on where we're going and where we're headed and where we are right now. And yeah, welcome, and I'm excited for you to be here. I'm excited to continue to grow everything with you. And yeah, we're gonna continue to keep raising our light, continue to keep raising our frequency, continue to keep owning our power, and continue to show up and to be the gods we are, and to be the embodiment of God that we are. And what does God do? God teaches, God creates, God loves, God educates, God takes care of those who don't know that they're God yet. God doesn't judge. God, all the great things that God is. And that's what we're here to do, to create. We're here to love each other. We're here to take care of each other. We're here to educate. We're here to support. We're here to let people know they're not alone. We're here to do all those same things. So it's like the more you can embody that and own it and realize that being the God you are is just as much as a responsibility as it is a power, and that the responsibility of it is more important than the power of it. If you understand that you'll forever be in alignment with the Creator and your divine path and your plan, because understand that that's what you're here to do. You're here to be God embodied. That's it. And this is your invitation to own that and to step into it. And yeah, welcome. I'm glad to be the one to help and to bring you in, to initiate you, and to help you realize that you are exactly who you're supposed to be, and you always have been. And that's huge. And I'm just so grateful and honored to be in your presence and to be a part of your journey. So thank you so much. With that being said, it definitely feels like the energy is starting to close out, and it's time for, because you hear all these things and you process it all, but the true integration happens once, we step away from here. Once you kind of sit with it for a little bit and you're like, and it gets time to kind of settle in your spirit. And, you walk around and more synchronicities happen, or you hear something else that brings you back to this, and throughout the week is where it really gets grounded in. So, I feel like that's where we're at right now. Like, it's time to close it down and allow you guys to go walk and to sit with yourselves or do whatever you need to do, and allow that second half, which is just the integration, to happen. So, this card, Queen of Wands, abundance. Sunflowers might be significant. It might be, your favorite flower. You might have seen one or something like that. I'm also hearing sun gaze. So look into sun gazing. There's information that the sun is always presenting to us, information in codes. And the way to, absorb them and to take it in is through your eyes. The best time would be, early in the morning, or like right before the sun goes down, because you can actually look at the sun. But if it's too hot, or if it's too bright, definitely don't blind yourself, please. You can look at it with your eyes closed, and you'll see it'll be like red, it'll be whatever. But just sit with it and breathe, remain open and just take in the energy. And even if you don't consciously feel like, oh wow, the sun told me this, told me that, just walk away, express gratitude, and walk away from that knowing, like, there's an integration, just like here. As you leave, you'll see it continue to ground into your vessel, ground into your spirit, your soul, your mind, all that. So just know that it worked, accept it, and continue on, just like with anything else. And walk with the knowing and the faith that it did exactly what you wanted it to do. And that's with anything. You definitely don't want to sit there and wait for proof every single time you do anything. or you practice manifesting, or you do your affirmations, or you do some scripting or anything. You don't want to sit there and wait until the proof comes. You just want to walk with that, knowing that you put the energy out there, you did your part, and that's gonna come back. Like, that's how these things work. So hell yeah, definitely go sun gaze, and please don't go blind yourself. So if you need to do some research, please look into it, find even more ways to make sure that you're doing it safely. But sun gazing is definitely very valuable. Moon gazing too. 6 of Cups. You're going to continue to get divine gifts and continue to get divine invitations as you continue to go down this path, as you continue to step up and show up and accept the challenge, as you continue to explore your divine nature, as you continue to be a vessel for divine energy. That comes with gifts, that comes with experiences, that comes with thank yous from the world, the universe, and the planet. Because understand that the planet is healing right now. Gaia is a conscious being. So everything you're doing to help heal yourself, heal others, heal the world, to wake people up to their power, all that stuff is helping Gaia heal. So understand that she's going to continue to give you gifts. She's going to continue to say thank you. She's going to continue to support you and watch over you and make sure you're okay, because you being okay and you being your full power is in her best interest, especially as you continue to step up and do what you need to do. So understand that miracles will happen, more miracles will happen. You will feel super lucky and super divinely favored. You will really feel like God's favorite, because you are. And everyone who's choosing themselves and choosing to step into their roles as the chosen one that we all are, you're going to get thank yous, you're going to get miracles, you're going to continue to get affirmed in all that you know. 012121, as I say that. So understand that the universe is going to take care of you. Continue to do your job, continue to show up, continue to love, continue to lead by light and by example. And yeah, you'll always be receiving. And 2 of Cups on the bottom. I feel like cups have been very prominent. I'm hearing divine love. For some, this is a divine union coming in, like twin flame energy, soulmate energy. Leo might be significant. I'm being drawn to the line up there. So that might be their sign, that might be your sign. But understand that this is a love that feels fiery, that, it feels charged. It doesn't feel just calm and quiet or anything like that. It feels like the epitome of passion, really. Yeah, and it feels like you guys are going to be in your own world, like your own bubble. And it's going to be a powerful world, a powerful bubble to be in. It's going to lead to so much ripple effects into the rest of the world. And that this is a love that changes the world, a love that impacts the world. It might just be like, together you guys start, funds and foundations and things to help the world and things like that. Or, you might both be famous, and then you lead by example about how relationships can be, and how, how equally, how much equality can be present in a relationship, how you guys can both show up for each other, and how, you don't have to fall into gender roles, or like you guys do whatever works for you, because at the end of the day, there are no rules to any of this. Whatever works for you all works for you all. And I feel like this is a relationship that understands that. You guys get clear on what your rules are and what you want from the relationship, and what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and how you guys are going to do things. And understand that that's where we are right now. And all across the board, not even just relationships. It's like, we don't need to fit in boxes. We don't need to label things. We don't need to all of that. It's like everybody has different needs. And the more we just own who we are and stop trying to generalize who we are and generalize everybody as far as, oh, men do this, women do that, or men want this, women want that. Like, dude, I'm just Mark. You're just you. I don't know what everybody wants. And it doesn't serve me to try to speak for everybody. It doesn't serve me to try to fit myself into what everybody is, or what a man is supposed to be, or what, like, that's BS. And I'm never going to ask for a woman to sit there and be what a woman's supposed to be. Like, we're individuals. So it's like, who you are is perfect. Who I am is perfect. And it's like, we were brought together for a reason. If we're deciding to do this thing, like, that's all that matters. I don't care what they say we're supposed to do. I don't care what she says we're supposed to do, or what your friend, like, none of that. And I feel like this is what this relationship is. Someone who understands that, who's not coming to put you in a box, coming to put all these expectations on you, or to make you feel less than or judge you, for who you are, which is not broken. So understand that. Keep them close, because that's rare. Um, yeah, that's super rare because in a world where everybody is trying to fit in boxes or defending their boxes, defending their conditioning, like their life depends on it. Like this is not easy to meet someone like this. So understand that if you've been alone for a long time, that was why, because your next thing is a pretty great thing. I was gonna say the thing, but who knows? It may not. Like I said, there's no reason to. Everything doesn't have to last forever. But understand that this is something that's gonna leave you feeling fulfilled, leave you feeling more of yourself. It's gonna feel in alignment to who you are and who you've become. And yeah, you should hold them close. Yeah. That being said, let that love in. Yeah, and trust yourself in it. Don't overthink it. Don't feel like you're making a wrong decision or feel like there is a wrong decision to make as far as how you let it unfold. Just trust your heart. Do what feels right at any given time and allow that to lead you to more of yourself, because it will. Because that's what this whole thing is. Like I said, I didn't say it was just a person coming in or just a boyfriend or girl. I said divine union. Like this is something that's been ordained by the divine, by the universe, by spirit, by your higher self, their higher self. Like it's a very important part of your journeys. So yeah, you can't mess it up. Like it's part, I don't want to say pre-written, but yeah, it's part of your purpose. It's part of what you're here to do. And you guys agreed to come together. So understand that it's time now and that you've been preparing for that. So hell yeah, enjoy. And make sure I get an invite to the wedding, y'all. Don't be sitting here talking about they showed up and now I can't not tell me, you know. I definitely want to know who they are and how great they are. So definitely let me know. But yeah, 2 more cards and then we're going to get out of here. 4 of Cups. It's crazy because this feels like me, like sitting in front of the tree. But yeah, I feel like there's something you're not seeing. Yeah, I'm hearing. Yeah, it's so quiet. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Maybe it's for y'all to read. Because the next card was going to be the card for y'all to read, but what are you drawn to? How does your body feel? Is there any part of your body where you felt like energy spark or anything? Yeah, how does this card feel to you? It's still quiet over here, which is interesting. If you're still reading, just give it a little pause. Okay. So let's see. Let me get 1 card to close out the energy. What do we need to know as we walk away and step back into our experiences in our lives and continue to do the work and continue to become and continue to create and love and shine and do all the beautiful things that we're made to do? Let's see. The Chariot. Yeah, be still right now. I know typically this is like a card of forward movement, but understand that there is forward movement, but that doesn't mean that you have to be running around and moving. Like be still right now and understand that in that stillness that you're still getting closer to where you're going. And that in stillness, spirit can do their job. Your spirit team can do their job. The divine can work for you. There's all type of things that can happen while your hands are off and you're not influencing the field, while you're not influencing your reality, while you're just kind of being still, being in the present moment. You're not thinking, you're not all in your head. Through that, the divine can step in and do what they need to do and change things for you and to work on your behalf. And understand that you have free will. So if you're steady trying to do things on your own, like they're not going to step in and try to take over. They're going to let you do it, because there's experience to be had through trying by yourself. There's experience to be had through seeing what you can create without, the divine stepping in and creating miracles and synchronicities and all that for you. Like, because somebody wants to just know, like, damn, how far could I get without the divine, by just, which is an illusion. So you know, because you're divine, you can't separate yourself. But the universe will allow you to have experience that answers that question for sure. So yeah. Also, don't be afraid to ask for the help, and not even asking as if like no is an answer, but like just putting that energy out there to request for the help to come. Like, please send me the, you know, and then allow it to show up for you how it does. Yeah, I'm just gonna call to tell you that right now, and for you to get comfortable with stillness, because that's gonna be your best friend. Like I said, where we're heading into and what's unfolding, like it's gonna be a lot of energy to deal with. It's gonna be a lot of eyes to deal with, a lot of all that. So understand that you getting comfortable with stillness right now before it gets crazy is gonna help you later on when things start to get wild, and you know you have these practices in place already, or you know how to be still, you know how to not get lost in the energies and chaos of what's around. So understand that the space you're in right now is probably the easiest place to learn those things before things get wild, before things get beautiful and amazing and super big and and all crazy in the best ways. So understand that that's what you're being called to do right now. And if you feel like, you know, you keep getting pushed to sit down, no matter how hard you push and try, you keep, you know, getting knocked back down on your butt, understand that they're just trying to tell you to sit and to get comfortable with being still. Because where you're going, if you don't have that ability to be comfortable in stillness, you're gonna be doing a lot of stuff, and there in this reality where, you know, you have the fame, where you have all the eyes on you, you have all this attention, understand that you doing a bunch of stuff that's not in alignment or whatever will have very public implications. Like right now, you know, you mess up, it might not be something that the world's aware of, you know, it might just be something you can kind of just go into, you know, your own space and kind of deal with and kind of figure out and fix or whatever. But understand that where you're going, there's eyes on you now. So now if you're just doing whatever, you're just doing things trying to force away, and there's no alignment there's no resonance, and you're just doing things out of desperation or out of fear or whatever, understand that the fallout of that is going to be public because people are looking at you. So now if you just go and make a video just to rant and be upset and talk about all these things that you're pissed about, understand that people are going to see it and people are going to have opinions about it, and the fallback of that might be bigger than you even intended, you know. Now you're all in the blogs, or now people are saying this and that about you. Now you're canceled or whatever. And it's just like, dang, like you didn't have to do that. You just had to sit down and be still with your emotions, be still with yourself, and to, you know, allow them to pass or whatever. So that's what's happening right now, and I feel like that's the closing message, is to understand that you heard all this. Throughout all this reading, there was never anything about you're stagnant, you're not doing anything. At no point did I say that. All the cards we pulled, all the oracle cards, everything, Lola being here, none of it was stagnant. All of it was momentum, continue to be momentum. So understand that that's what's going on. So if you're in your own life, you're like, damn, what's going on? Like, I find myself sitting still, or I keep getting pushed to like not do anything, or every time I try to do something, it fails. Understand that. Sit down. We don't need your hands on right now. Understand that that's all you're being called to do, is to sit and be comfortable in that stillness. And understand that it's practice, because it's gonna be make or break in this next season you're coming into. So you have to be comfortable with that. I don't care how much you want to be like, oh, that's just how I am, you know, I got to keep going. Like, that's not who you are. Understand that that's conditioning. Understand that you move at a slower pace. Like, naturally, we all move at a slower pace. And understand that this constant moving and being overdrive is a product of our conditioning, a product of society trying to keep us moving all the time, to where we don't slow down enough to question the madness that's going on, slow down enough to really turn in to ourselves and find out who we are. You know, they want to keep you moving so fast forever, and then you look up and your life's over. You know, by the time you slow down, it's like, whoa, dang, I was just 10 years old. Like, how did I get to 98? How am I 87 now? And like, I'm no closer to myself than I was then, you know? I still have so many unanswered questions. It's like, yeah, because you never slowed down enough. So understand that the world is telling you to slow down, and don't fall for the illusions of feeling like if you slow down, like, you know, something bad's gonna happen, or like you're not in alignment because you're not being productive. All that is illusions. So you heard it here first. The momentum is there. The momentum is all throughout your experiences, all around you. It's carrying you into this chapter that started. But understand that you may not need to do anything. You might just need to sit down and chill out, bro, and get used to that and get comfortable with it. Maybe that's the work right now, because it seems like if you don't feel comfortable sitting down, sitting still, that's where your growth lies. Like, that's a cop-out to just keep moving just because that feels comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable sitting down and being at peace, you should look into that. And that's a call to like, all right, let me sit with this. Let me continue to put myself in this uncomfortable situation, because it's in your best interest to be able to sit down sometimes, to quiet your mind, to not be in overdrive or always moving. So yeah, don't get lost in that feeling like that's just who you are, and it's not. And understand that even if it is who you are, you should still be comfortable sitting down. Like, you should be comfortable resting, you should be comfortable with all that, and then, you know, when you're done, you get back to running around if that's really who you are. But to tell me you can't sit down, you can't, that is an indicator to me that that's not just simply who you are. That's just, you don't feel comfortable sitting there because, you know, you've never been allowed to feel comfortable sitting there. From school days, from parents and all that raising, in the work culture and everything. Like, if you're not being productive, you're not, you know, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And I feel like that's been, ooh, the leaf fell off the tree as I said that. That's been drilled into us since we were young. So understand that after 20, 30 something years of living like that, like, yeah, of course it's gonna feel like that's just who you are, but yeah, rest, please. And this was on the bottom again. I just put the cards down so I didn't, you know, keep going. But yeah, again, some people didn't take the opportunity. Some people took it for granted. Please take this. This is your seat amongst the divine, because you are a part of it. There is no separation. This is your chance to stand up and own your experience, own your world, own your reality, and own your place in the unfoldment of what's unfolding right now. Because I'm telling you, the world is changing. The chosen ones are rising. And like I said, everybody's chosen. The only difference is who's chosen themselves, who knows themselves to be exactly who they are. Knowledge of self and accepting of your role in all this, accepting the oneness, accepting your connection to source and God and everything that is what would differentiates chosen ones, one chosen one from another chosen one. But understand that this is your opportunity to choose, to step up, to put your crown on, take your sword, and sit on your throne amongst the rest of the kings and queens and gods who have done the same and who are choosing to accept the responsibility to usher in this next chapter of Earth, of the world. And yeah, it is that big of a deal. And I feel like at a certain level, even if you're questioning, you know that, or else you wouldn't be here. And you definitely wouldn't have made it to this point of the video. So understand that this is for you. Please take it. Like, don't let this moment go again. It came back around to get you, because I don't know, I feel like you're somebody who's been asking for things, who's been wanting experience, who's all that. And it's like, this leads you there. And understand that there's nothing wrong. Like, understand that, you know, these things may have been painted in a negative light, especially if you're someone who's been raised really religiously, or you know, identify as really religious. Like, understand that the fear mongering that's been used to, you know, keep people in those boxes, to keep them, you know, away from the stuff that empowers you, is by design. All the good stuff, all the stuff that's empowering you, that says you're connected to the universe, connected to God, connected to all that is, that kind of shows you that connection, all that, you know, it's no coincidence that a lot of that stuff is painted as demonic or evil or all these things. And it's like, why? Why is it just so happen to be those things? The things that are literally just empowering you. Because it's like, I don't sit here and tell you a bunch of things. I don't use my tarot card. My tarot cards have never told me to tell you to go do evil things, or that not to listen to the universe or God, or that you don't have to do it. Like, nah, it hasn't told me any of that stuff. Hasn't, none of that. So it's like, don't allow them to paint any of this stuff as negative or evil, because it's not. And if you feel, and God put all this stuff for us all to, he created all of it. There is no separation, you know? So how could all of a sudden these things be so evil? And it's like, if they weren't meant to be used, if they weren't meant to be utilized by God and God's people, then they wouldn't be here. Simple. So yeah, understand that. Take your spot and just allow the universe to show you just how divine it really is, how in alignment to God, the universe, or whatever you believe in, it is. And that you're not separate from any of it. Please. But yeah, I won't press that anymore. I feel like you get it, and if you didn't get it, then it's not time yet, and you will. Like, it will continue to, you know. Sometimes it's just to keep driving home, like I said earlier with the other thing. It's like it's just so you can keep seeing it, so that one day when it is your time, it's not new. You know, it's already been, you've been flirting with the idea, and then boom, it's just time. So it's like if it doesn't feel like it's time, that's okay too. But you can definitely choose to close that gap. That's all I'm saying. And I was done, but of course I picked up the cards again, and the Fool came out. It's like that. I feel like this always pops up towards the end to close out everything. It's like, this is you again, stepping off that ledge again. We talk about it every week. You cannot come into these readings and leave the same person. Like the person you came in as died, and you have to get used to that death and rebirth, and understand that every time you walk away from here, you're walking away from here as a new person. You have to take that leap of faith again, because you learn new things, your perspective changed, you see things a little differently, and you got more proof and all that. So understand that you cannot leave here and go just be who you were before you came in, because you're not in resonance to that anymore. And you'll fall back into it, like as time goes, whatever, you'll fall back into it. But understand that leaving here, you're being offered a higher reality. You're being offered a higher existence. So if you leave here, you will be presented with choices that bring you back to where you were, and you'll be presented with choices that'll bring you further into this rabbit hole that we started to explore, and that we continue to explore each week. So understand that, pick the things that are in alignment to what you want. If you want to go backwards, pick those things. If you want to go forward and see what else is there, you want to see just how divine things get, how magical things get, you have to choose those things. But they will both present themselves to you. So be the Fool. Go step off the ledge. Understand that you're divinely protected, and that, you're being watched. You're being divinely guided. You're being divinely protected. And that all things, your spirit team is watching you. You're being supported. Understand that you're not out here to do any of it alone. And it may feel alone at times. You may feel like you're by yourself. But all that's an illusion. Understand that you're supported. You're supported by me. You're supported by the ground you stand on, the bed you sleep in. You're supported by the sun, the air in your lungs, by everything. I could list a million things you're supported by at any given time. So understand that you're never alone, and that it's all God. It's all oneness. So understand that if you feel like you're alone, or you feel like, your spirit team isn't talking to you, or you feel like God is forgotten about you, just look around. Just look around and see how present God is at any given moment, how present the universe is in everything within you, and that you always have access to it within yourself. You don't even have to go outside of yourself. So that being said, I love you all so, so much. Like, thank you. Ending this reading feels different. Like, typically I feel like I'm filled with like an excitement, like, oh my God. But right now I'm just filled with like a gratitude and a peace and like a calm energy. And yeah, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be me. I'm grateful to be able to keep showing up for you all, and that the collective continues to grow, and that, you all are receptive to my energy and to my light, and that I'm able to ground in these things that the divine is, giving me to ground in. And I'm just grateful, because at a point in time, that's all I asked for, was to be able to help ground in miracles, to help be a vessel of divine energy, to just, use me, God. Like, and it's just dope, because now I'm in the middle of it, and yeah, I'm just grateful, and it's dope. And I appreciate being in this container with you all so much. And I'm excited to see what comes next for me and for all of you and for us as a collective. And yeah, I'm going to keep sharing my proof. I'm going to keep helping you all access your proof and access your power, and just continue to do whatever is needed from me, because I'm going to continue to do the work, and I'm going to continue to show up and continue to, actualize everything I see for myself. And in that process, I definitely want to share that with you all, and also help you all do it as well. Because, I could wait till everything unfolds for me and I have all this proof, and I could be like, oh, look at my Lamborghini. Oh, look at my mansion. Oh, listen to me. Like, why wouldn't you listen to me? But it's like, why? Information's valuable now. It can change someone's life right now. Some people are going to be like, oh, what does he have or whatever, because I'm not, showing all type of stuff, whatever. So they're not going to listen, but that's okay. It's not their time to yet. But I know for a fact, and I've seen the proof, like, people receive me, and people, there's resonance there, and that I have something to offer. And yeah, period. Like, so thank you all. Thank you all for continuing to affirm my existence. Thank you all for continuing to affirm my connection to all things and allow me to fall deeper into, fall deeper into my path, into my purpose. And that you all continue to be my proof, And that's all I try to do is to pay it forward. Because if all else fails, the fact that this collective exists, the fact that it continues to grow every day, that you guys continue to share your testimonies is all the proof I need, Because even if I do doubt anything, I don't at this point. There's been so much proof, but it's like the impact is undeniable. So it doesn't matter where it comes from. It doesn't matter my connection. None of that matters once, because the impact itself, even if I'm wrong about all that, the impact I cannot be wrong about. It cannot be doubted. It cannot be debated, because you can pick any one of these videos. You can pick anything, and the proof is there. Like, I don't have to explain anything. So, yeah, before I just keep going on a tangent, I love y'all. And I hope you guys feel it. And that, the words aren't always there. And I be trying my best. And I feel like I do a pretty good job. But even if the words don't always hit, I hope that the energy is felt. And the authenticity of the presentation and all that is felt. And the fact that I'm not here pretending to be anything. And I'm not here to convince you of anything, honestly. I'm just here to share what needs to be shared. I'm here to answer the call. I'm here to introduce you to yourself and allow you to get all your proof. Like, even if you don't listen to anything I say, that's fine. But I would love that you just piqued your interest enough to where you're like, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, but let me go see if something is there for me, And that's cool. Like, you don't have to listen to me or resonate with me, because my job is done. At the point you go explore yourself and you go look within and you go find your own truth, that my job was done, honestly, and that's all I'm here to do. So, that being said, thank you all. I'm going to pull one oracle card. I'm going to pull one oracle card because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel called to. And, yeah, there's nothing else to explain. But see, I'm growing too, Like, don't think I feel like I'm perfect or anything like that. Like, I'm always growing and I'm always looking in the mirror and trying to do all the things I'm telling y'all to do. So, yeah, so understand that I'm human as hell. And yeah, I know who I am, but I also spent 20 odd years not knowing in the full totality, So I'm still unlearning, I'm still shedding conditioning, I'm still getting comfortable taking leaps of faith and trusting my knowing and advocating for myself and all that. I could fill you guys all the way into my lessons all the time, but I want to pull religion, but I feel like that wasn't it. I feel like I just looked at it, but religion came out, and I feel like that's in line to what we were just talking about. Tattoo also came out, and that just reminds me of my tattoo, honestly, the infinity one specifically, my arm. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, know that you're infinite, and my stars as well. I don't know if you can see them really clearly, but there's a black star here and then like an outline of a star here. And for me, those were just to serve as reminders of that God energy within me, that I am God. And that doesn't mean, like, oh, I rule the planet, listen to me, whatever. It's like, it's more so the responsibility of it. And, like I was explaining earlier, and it's just a reminder of that. And this one's just served as just my power, and and it's in my right arm, yeah, my giving arm, just to infuse that energy into everything I do. To that God energy, and that I'm responsible for, my experience here, and that I have a say in the things I experience here. I'm not at the mercy of just random things happening or circumstances or somebody else's visions for me, Like, I have the ability to create my life as I want to. I have the ability to, build my world the way I want to. Like, if I don't want you to exist in my world, like, I can remove you, And that's just one example, but that was just to serve as that. And then the black one was more so like, if you pay attention last week, we talked about, knowledge and then wisdom, and wisdom coming through, like, through experiencing things. Like, knowledge is just the information. So like this one for me, like this was just like the knowledge, like this was just knowing that I am God, and that understanding, like I've learned things, as far as being responsible for my experience. But the second one, the black one, was more so like the practical understanding of that and the responsibility of that. Like, okay, yeah, you can create your life how you want to, but understand that you're also responsible for the things that happen. If I make this bad decision that I shouldn't have made, or I force something that when I should have just been still, the fallback from that is on me. I can't sit there and go say somebody else did it, or like, oh, the devil's trying to keep me down, or like, the powers that be are trying to block me from, it's like, no, like you made that decision and that's what fell. Those are the consequences. You have to own it. You can't just be God when things are good. And then when things unfold terribly, now you're trying to push that power out onto everything else and the responsibility, and like, oh, it's because you did this and you did that. It's like, no, you're still God, right? So that's what this second Black Star was about. So yeah, just that balance of knowledge, wisdom, and that leads to understanding. And yeah, I'll definitely explore my tattoos, my visions, and all that as these things continue to unfold. But yeah, I feel like that was important to share for somebody, because that's exactly what came to mind when Tattoo came out. And that card has come out a few times. I've never been called to talk about my own tattoos. But yeah, those were the ones. I have like one more on my chest, but that card was definitely calling for me to shed light on this. But yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Journal on the bottom. Definitely go spend time getting clear on your inner world and who you are and how you're feeling at any given time, and to continue to keep that as a practice, because that's a great way to keep that connection to yourself, and understand that your magic comes through that connection to yourself. So understand that your magic and your power and all that is going to be limited if you don't have a connection to yourself, because that's where it all anchors into. Like, any magic you'll see is processed through your body, through your vessel, and out, like, and projected outward. So if you don't have a connection to yourself, like, you won't even be able to see it, because it may not look too magical. It might not look like Alakazam, something pops up, but it'll be seen in your decision making, because you did this thing that was aligned. You chose an aligned, you felt the spark and you moved on it, and then it led to abundance, and understand that that's magic. And that's you actualizing, your vision and your soul and all that. But if you don't have that connection to yourself, you might not notice that spark, or you might not notice that call that felt different than the call you usually get. You might not know what's aligned action, what's not, because it's all just a jumbled mess, because you don't know who you are. You don't know how you feel when if it happens versus when that happens, versus when you're acting, your intuition versus, because you don't have a connection to yourself. So understand that it's gonna be hard to see your magic. I'm not saying you won't have access to it, that's not always at play, but you won't be able to see it consciously. You won't be able to be aware of it consciously if you don't have that connection to yourself. So if you're someone who's trying to get into, witchy things, or just metaphysical things, and just this whole thing of the unseen, understand that your very first step should be to foster a relationship with yourself, and to nurture that relationship with yourself in your inner world, and finding out who you are and what you think, how you operate, all that, because your magic is going to come through that. And once you have that connection to yourself, that's a great starting point to now work with the energies available to you, because now you know where you start and where you stop, and that you can recognize everything else as everything else. You're not seeing something else that's not you as yourself, because you don't know, but I feel like you guys get that, so I'm not gonna keep going on that. But yeah, so thank you all for being here. I'm Mark. This has been another episode of Monday Magic. Yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think. I love getting your feedback. I love interacting with you all. I love just this whole process of give and take, and this dance that we do together. It's so beautiful, and I just hope to continue, not even hope, I look forward to the unfoldment of us continue to expand this space, us continuing to grow this space and evolve together, and to see where we all end up, because I know we're all destined to do amazing things, and I just look forward to seeing those things unfold in your lives and in my lives, and us continue to share our proof and to share our experiences together, and yeah, to just continue becoming, and to see the world continue to change, and see the planet continue to heal, and to see this next phase of Earth and this new way of being that we're all grounding and anchoring in. Is very real, and it's unfolding every day, and I see the proof of that all the time, and I'm sure you guys see it and feel it too. But yeah, y'all have a good ass week, please, and let me know. Don't be shy, please. Just let me know what y'all need. Let me know what y'all are feeling, all that. Yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all go because we could do this forever, and I don't mind doing it forever. So I love you all once again, and be safe. I'll see y'all soon. And happy exploring, happy journeying. Yeah, keep being you. Everybody else is taken. I love you.